When dealing with honesty, why is it better to be honest with yourself before being honest with others? And why do we struggle with this? In this episode, we talk about the importance of being honest with ourselves. And this comes before being honest with others. So let me tell you why this was so hard for me and what I did to fix it. If this is your first time visiting the channel, welcome. I'm glad that you're here. My name is James. I'm 58 years old. And I share my life experience with those that are looking for some of life's daily emotional questions. I find that at times it's really hard to be honest with myself. Self reflection creates doubt and causes me to compensate. And at times, this can result in anxiety when addressing the truth. This is especially true for those of us that are in positions where people expect us to know everything. You know, faking it till you make it are words that I used to live by. But as I grow older, I just don't do that any longer. At my age of 58, the expectation is really high and at times can be overwhelming because I do not know everything. And for the record, I usually make a lot of mistakes. And at this point, I have to admit to myself that I just don't know all the answers. And that pausing, sometimes just stopping and taking time to find the truth, even if that means causing a delay. It's usually the right thing to do. Honesty is one of my 5 non-negotiable values. And those values are faith, family, honesty, integrity, and perseverance. I figure that I cannot have integrity without having honesty. And this applies when focused on myself or when dealing with others. It really comes down to being able to look at that person in the mirror, which is me, and being honest with that one person. That's where it starts. Now, I would love to make an impactful video on this, and I would call it something like, how do I apply my values in everyday life, and why do I do it? Please leave me a comment if this is something you would like to see. Now, I find that when being honest with myself first, it brings along a sense of confidence and a sense of inner authority. And I'm sure that sounds confusing. What is inner authority? To me, it's the result of being internally honest with myself, regardless of the subject. An honest reflection of myself can provide me with the confidence to know exactly how I feel on a subject. Now, we can we can then begin to speak or act with a sense of confidence that is only present when we are honest with ourselves. I really see this as a benefit, especially when setting boundaries with others. be it friends, family, work, non-work relationships. This inner examination of honesty helps us to address this by determining where we stand as individuals. And this is a good thing to know as we get older. The people in my life deserve honesty. If I have determined that someone is important to me, then not only is honesty required, it is also the simple ingredient that continues to bond these relationships. And I love this quote by Walter Anderson that states, "Our lives improve only when we take chances. And the first and most difficult risk we can take is to be honest with ourselves." Please leave me a note in the comment section if you agree with this statement. I'd love to know your thoughts. And this all goes to the heart of what I'm discussing here. We are taking a chance on ourselves to be honest with ourselves in order that we can eventually be honest with others. And this is why the value of honesty resonates so deeply with me. I have learned that if I am first and foremost honest with myself, then it's a lot easier to be honest with others. This helps to improve professional, familiar, and non-familiar relationships by setting the expectations that we will interact honestly. This verse from John emphasizes the liberating power of truth. John 8:32 states, "Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free." Truth has a liberating power, and I see it as the first step in aligning myself with God's truth. The suggestion here is that we will begin to open our heart to our true selves once we're honest enough with ourselves to begin that process. But I find that this is only the beginning. When I examine my heart, I find that dealing with the truth can be difficult. And I had to determine what was important to me and how I could apply this in daily life. In closing, my name is James, and I make videos that share my life experience with those that are looking for the answers to some of life's daily emotional questions. If you enjoy this content, please like, share, subscribe. I thank you for watching. And remember, life is about knowing yourself and taking chances. And for us older adults, finding our true self is a lifelong journey. See you in the next video. Peace.